Hey beautiful people, my name is Kristen. Thanks for stopping by my channel to see a book haul. I'm so excited. I have not like collectively gotten books in a really long time, and I have been trying to scale back on books that I own that I haven't read. My physical TBR, I started out near 200 books and had really whittled it down. I was trying to get below 150. I think I might definitely be under that. I will count and put the amount up here. But I kind of quit buying books, is basically how I did it. I kept reading and I wasn't really buying. I did, if you saw some of my reviews from last month, I read a John Steinbeck. Well, I listened to a John Steinbeck. I really hadn't done well with my classics, so I needed a win. And so I found this one, A Cup of Gold. It is basically his historical fiction novel, the only one that he ever wrote, that is on Captain Morgan, and just a lot of swashbuckling. I mean, it's kind of gruesome because those are the tale of the pirates, but it's written in the wonderful John Steinbeck prose, and I'm here for it. So I wanted to have a physical copy, so I ordered this off of Thrift Books, and then I got two more of the kind of vintage Steinbeck. This one's The Pastures of Heaven, and this one's The Long Valley, which I really don't know anything about, but they're again classic short Steinbeck. So some month when I need a classic, I can toss those in now. Pretty excited about it. I also did some traveling, and I had about an hour and a half that I needed to kind of kill some time to wait for some family members that I needed to meet up with who were busy. So I went to the Half Price bookstore in Austin, Texas. One of my favorite ones. I always find something there that I want to get. I found a copy of Cutting for Stone, Abraham Verghese. This is the author who wrote Covenant of Water, which is probably going to be, well, I think it's absolutely going to be in my top 10 of the year. We'll see where it lands, but this is another one that a lot of people think is even better. So I'm super excited to read that one. And I also found Fountain Silence. This is Spain, a historical fiction. I just absolutely loved her book on Romania that I read last month. So happy to have that one. Found the third Jasper Fforde Thursday Next book, which I needed because I've read 1 and 2, and there's number 3 in the Half Price, as well as Matt Haig, How to Stop Time. Really appreciate the Midnight Library. Life Impossible was okay. It was a decent 3-star kind of read. Not mad I read it, but I think this one, I predict at least a 4-star for this one. So we will see. Then finally, I went to the World War II Museum in New Orleans, and they have books upon books upon books of World War II. While I was at the museum, I was very moved by a lot of quotes and writings that they actually shared by Ernie Pyle, one of the war correspondents who was over there and unfortunately lost his life while overseas with World War II, reporting on World War II. And this is his biography that the museum was endorsing, and I just wanted to follow along with him and his whole life and just the powerful words of his. I also have ordered from Thrift Books a classic that kind of has compiled his actual writings, so I'll have his actual writings in the Penguin, I think it's Penguin Classic that produced that. I'll let you know when I get it, but this is his biography. And I also, Stephen Ambrose was one of the main founders, creators of the World War II Museum. Didn't know that. I did read his Undaunted Courage about Lewis and Clark expedition, which was fantastic, fabulous writings. And all of his books were there, all of them, because he's one of the founding people of the museum. And so even on World War II, he probably had 6 or 7 books that were written by him about that. And so I just couldn't decide. I was having overwhelmness issues. But this one is following a company that paratrooped down on D-Day. And so they actually had the actual helmet of one of the soldiers that he writes about. And I was just really moved by reading and watching the little film clips on D-Day and all the landing on the beaches. And so I said, this is the one I'm going to read. So this is the one I'm going to at least start with. I'll probably read more because, again, just a brilliant writer, really, really pulls you in. Yeah, it's very heavy to read about war, but it's also a beautiful honor to read about those who have fought and paid the ultimate sacrifice for freedom to be on YouTube and share about our books. So which of these are you most excited for me to read? Leave me a comment below. If you have read any of them, leave me a comment below. Let me know. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Take care, y'all. Happy reading.